Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. 1 second. Be right back. Be right back. I hope that you guys are here. You're here. Hey, Google, turn on studio lights. Okay, you know who it is. It's Trent Knox. He's in the building. Um, and I ought to check out my podcast. Check out my podcast, anchor.fm/Trent Knox on all of the things, of course. What's up, Allison Sullivan? How are you? Thank you for joining me in here. I'm not sure how you saw this, but we're doing work, and I just wanted to hang out with you guys and say hello. Say hello. Let's see. Trying to upload the last podcast that I did, um, which actually I did as a face-to-face, which is one of these face-to-face things. What are you up to, Allison? How are things going? How have you been? Not sure how you found this, but hello, hello. See, here we go. Did I upload this episode? I'm not sure. If you haven't listened to the episodes, if you're watching this after the fact, um, if you're watching this after the fact, I'm going to be uploading the face to face that I did, which was the Q2 podcast wrap up yesterday, and putting it on the podcast. Do do do. So now, what's going on is the podcast from yesterday is uploading to the Anchor, and I think that that's going to be part one. Part one, and then I'm gonna probably do a part two with the full studio setup and everything, and that should be fun. But yeah, big things coming on. I'm working on Esports Business Network. I just got people reaching out, and I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the positive feedback about what I'm doing with Esports Business Network, and yeah, I hope that when we release the website in the alpha state and we start sending out the free workbook, we start sending out the 3 courses, and we're bringing in the gamification of it to where you can earn free free consulting, training, coaching. You can earn these sorts of these things that we're going to be offering, different services like esports marketing, different services like esports branding. Um, yeah, and then the opportunity to be a part of the Esports Business Network crew um, will be one of those things because we're still going to be producing original content at conventions, doing offline webinars, series within esports, focused on business, of course, focused on getting you paid for doing the thing you love, whether that's being a player, a coach, um, an analyst, a producer behind the camera, a videographer, or even a video camera operator, or a production assistant. Your aspirations can grow. You can come in it hot. I came in it hot. I went straight into it, and I put up points on the board really quick. It was my goal. It was like do big things. Bringing 10 people to a production, and and bringing in content creators and cosplayers and people who love anime, FGC, boom, 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 just making it fun to do big things. That's what I like. That's what I like to do. And I like to help other organizations grow. And I like to do it based on a collaborative aspect where bigger organizations can I can exchange my services for a little bit of a boost in reach and engagement and being able to kind of provide them 200%, and even if I only get 25% back, I'm still able to roll and still able to create content. Then that's kind of where I want to be at. And it's a step-by-step process, and we're growing. I'm one guy, and hopefully I can collaborate and engage and partner and do all those things to get more people on board with the esports thing. Gaming, I mean, I feel like everyone has some sort of game they like to play, whether it's cosplaying as like a competitive cosplaying, to LARPing or Dungeons and Dragons role playing, whether they like to play competitive card games or they're PC gamers, PC elite gamers, console players, mobile games. So much that's going on, and I'm gonna respond to a message that I'm talking. Right now I'm talking with I think it's Armis. I think that's Armis. I think that's how you pronounce it. They're an Indian gaming community, and their CEO, their founder, and I are talking about esports. I'm not even gonna act like I know Mr. Tanvir. His last name's Tanvir, but he goes by Jack, and he's doing big things. He's over on YouTube. He's created a big. He's grown to 2,800 subs, and he's doing cool things. I appreciate that he reached out to me on LinkedIn, as I'm trying to create content at scale on LinkedIn. Right now we're amplifying the exposure of third party content and getting an audience that those particular organizations that we're not affiliated with them, but we like what they're doing, so we're promoting it on our platform and our network, and we'll continue to do that with Esports Business Network, and we'll continue to do that without asking for anything. We're just giving. That's the thing. That's my motivation is to make Esports Network community driven. It starts from an offline and an online grassroots motivation. And in esports, one of the things about grassroots that's kind of true is that FGC, fighting game community, Smash, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, those games, and there are more. I'm not intending to leave any of those games out. Is that they really have a strong foundation in community, grassroots, local organizations and their tournaments and whatnot. And FGC is synonymous with grassroots, even though they have the largest footprint as far as competitive esports. Professional esports is labeled with Evo, and unfortunately Evo had to be canceled. And actually shout out to Abraham Riviera, one of one of my collaborators in the videography space. You know, we had a great conversation, a little back and forth talk about. We had a great conversation and back and forth talk about FGC and like what's going on, and talked about Smash. We talked about so much, and I appreciate if he ends up listening to this little live that I'm doing right here, this face to face. I appreciate that he was checking that out, and we had that conversation. And I really enjoyed it. But anyway, so yeah, I'm on LinkedIn right now. You know, I'm over here on the Discord too. Appreciate. Oh, I'm gonna move the Discord over onto my second screen. I appreciate all the new people that are in and on the servers, working working on this server thing. I have no clue. Like I apologize for anything that happens automatically in the network right now. I'm trying to automate it. I'm trying to make it, you know, I'm trying to make it work, my guys, my gals, my them, they, people. I'm just one guy. I'm trying to bring on the right people to help. I've had bad experiences working with certain contractors. Unfortunately, it's hard to get to relationship status where you want to get an employee on board. And everyone just seems to... I mean, unfortunately, we're not generating a whole lot of revenue with Esports Business Network. The little bit of... I don't know what to say, man. I wish it was clearer. I wish it was more public, like how we're operating, and I wish it was easier. I wish we were selling services regularly. I wish that I was recognized as an authority in esports, which I'm not, and that's why I'm trying to differentiate myself from Esports Business Network as much as possible. Although I still get people that reach out to me saying like, thank you for doing what you're doing, but at the same point in time, I want it to be a standalone product service that does its own thing and operates on its own. I mean, esports has been around much longer than I've been involved in the culture and inside the industry. So I'm not here to step on any toes. I'm not here to depreciate or devalue those that came before me. I wouldn't call them my forefathers, but the forefathers of esports back in the 70s or whatever, you know, I'm not here to discredit them or devalue them. You know, there has been an evolution in esports over the course of that 50 years that people have been competitive from the first competitive tournaments, Stanford, these sorts of things that go on, the as the ball rolls, as they should say. And you know, I'm here, and I'm passionate about esports, and I love the community. I love the culture. I love going to tournaments. I love the LAN environment. I know the angle that I came into esports is different than a lot of other folks, because I came into it as an attendee of the corporatized version of esports, the South by Southwest gaming and Comic Cons and sort of things like that, instead of like the upper echelon, hard, sweaty Fortnite World Cup, Dota 2 International Worlds, League of Legends, StarCraft 2, Globals, you know, MLG Dallas, Halo, like massive industry revolutionizing tournaments that exist and should persist to exist. You know, these massive fan loved, gamer loved conventions that I love. I love the attendance, and I think I love it differently than the I think I love it differently because I don't get a lot of support or have this conversation very much about how the way I like, the reason why I love esports, why I enjoy it more than I believe I would enjoy going to, than I actually, if I were to compare it to other sporting events that I went to, I enjoy it much more because you're so close. There's such a like, you're a gamer, you can actually play the game, and you can watch the people and connect and be kind of have a personal connection, or I don't want to say intimate, that's not the right word, like a deeper connection with the players that are the best of the game, best in their game, I should say, not the best of the game, because you know, being good at one game doesn't necessarily translate to another game. It's almost like saying going from League of Legends to Call of Duty is the same as Michael Jordan going from basketball to golf to baseball, or however that worked. I can't remember the history of it all, but yeah, there are, I mean, a lot of people who play first person shooters competitively at a professional level, they do transition from game to game, like Call of Duty players transitioning to CS:GO, CS:GO transitioning to Call of Duty or Rainbow Six, or any of those really really well known platforms, or games, I should say, genres, MOBAs, or first person shooters. I'm just getting all of these things jumbled up in my head, and I'm trying to think of what do I do next. So the next thing that I need to do is go in here to the podcast. I need to save the episode, and I need to name the episode, which is Trent Knox Show. Trent Knox Show. This is the 2020 quarter 2 wrap up recap, and it was like the 91st is TKS number 91. So I'm fixing to hit my 100th episode real soon. 9 more episodes and I will have hit it. I don't know how to do what this person is asking me to do, but there's the published episode. Let me see. So my viewership has really dropped down really bad. I went from almost 100 listeners on my podcast to 1. That's really frustrating. I had 100 people, and I'm not sure why. No idea whether it was like the way that I was promoting it, but I did the episode with Moe K6, and then the next week I did another episode, and Dunzo. Very interesting. Went from 200 active downloads to 10. And I'm not sure. Maybe I was up and then I got brought down. Let's see. Alright, I need to respond to this message. So, I would love to create more content for YouTube. And to be honest, I need to re-platform some of the older content that we created with some of our different arcs, within some of our different orgs, non-endemic brands. We started. EBN is an evolution of other projects that I started on. At first, I covered esports through my local press project, Austin Live and Local. That then I created a advertising agency. Let's see. Which covered different events as well. EBN was a platform that we created to combine those efforts to a targeted niche. Maybe that makes sense. Does this make sense? I feel like I do all these different things and I never have the baby, right? I never figure out how to create a bucket, which would be the bucket being the baby, to target and niche down the things that I do. So, like fashion, for instance, like with Austin Live and Local, I would do fashion, gaming, music, sports, food, technology, events, like all these different things that are local, obviously, with Austin in the ATX, my hometown area, repping the 512. I still haven't like diverted some of those things. Like I went from Austin Live and Local to Cyber City Media, these sort of project things where I wanted to, Austin Live and Local felt like a thing, like if it was more of like a show than it is a business. It's like it's an underling of a bigger network, or like a broadcast company. Like it was an underling of a broadcast company. That's what it is, or a subsidiary of a broadcast company. So then I created this Cyber City Media thing. Cyber City Media, when I was just thinking and I was doing things, and honestly, it was going to be Cyber City Records initially, because I was working with hip hop and I was also doing music events. And so, like, I was getting dragged into this music thing, but I was like, no, I really want to do gaming. Music, it's oversaturated. There's too much going on in music. There's not enough resources. There's no money to be made. And even if you make money, you got to do it the wrong way. And there's no morality issue. There were all these reasons that I was just like, music is gross. The music business is gross. You know, and I always shout out to Smackola of the Dirty Worms about this. I'm like, the music business is gross. When bigger labels come into your small hometown, they they undercut you. They tell you can't play at venues. You can't play your music. It costs the venue more money to play local music than it does to put a DJ spinning garbage tracks from not garbage tracks, but music from outside of the local community, foreigners. And then you can't even make it unless you go online and you make music online and you get onto TuneCore or you make a SoundCloud, and then your girl doesn't even like your SoundCloud, so she's not following you. Get out of town. If you find a down bitch, like they say in the hip hop community, you're so lucky. If you end up being like Kevin Gates and you got I always forget his wife's name, but she's dope and she supports that Kevin throughout all of the prison sentences and all of that. Deidre, I think her name's Deidre, and yeah, that's such a dope story to hear. I mean, Beyonce and Jay-Z, for instance, but that seems kind of massive. Seems too big. Seems like New York, Houston to New York kind of thing. It's too big of a story. Too much going on there. But anyway, getting into the music business and just like so gross. I don't even want to be involved in that. Music business starts off as being like I started off as a bartender, going from being a bartender to being a promoter, and then going back to bartending, and it's just like so gross. There's just like and being a event producer, being you making no money whatsoever, like being broke, losing money, spending money to make no money. That's sort of what gaming feels like, but at the same point in time, it seems like, man, we could really do something if we all put our heads together. That's the way I think of it. It's like, if I could connect the things that I feel like some of these organizations, the ones that are more well established, like they have sort of a repelling kind of, they have this repelling behavior that they do to each other, rather than just like kind of negotiating and be kind of inclusive. BlizzCon seems extremely exclusive, that it's like, if you're not a Blizzard fanboy or a fangirl, then you have the scarlet letter. Don't don't step on our turf. Don't tread on me. Like, that's just so funny. Oh man, it's almost like it's the same for League of Legends and sort of Counter-Strike, Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty, since I guess Blizzard purchased Call of Duty, maybe that'll change. Overwatch, of course. It's so funny. It's so funny how the esports industry and gaming industry is like so parallel to it is an entertainment. It is an entertainment business, and it's so funny how parallel it is to music, and it kind of gets promoted the same way as music, events and whatnot. But the players are just so not media trained. Like, there's no media training. It's so funny. I mean, it's not like they're not trained to be ninja. Like, ninja is an anomaly in gaming. Like, the players come out and they think that it's like a joke. They're like, they think that you won't get you don't get your LeBron James, you don't have like all the stars that basketball or football or any traditional sport has, or even the stars that you see as actors or anything like that. There's just this rawness. There's such rawness to esports. It's so beautiful. Because even music, like if you get into some of those niche genres, it's so contrived. The business of it is so commercialized and disgusting. It's just like, but in gaming, it just seems like that they just can't get there's no puppets. There's no, I mean, there kind of is, but at such a it's such nonsense. Like there's not that much money going around. Um, there's not that much. Thinking of $1 billion industry, but dude, that's so inflated. That's so inflated. There's not that much money going around. It's just nonsense. There's so much room to invest and build the industry up. It's so like it's so fake. The live streaming platforms are so fake. The numbers are so fluffed. You look at 20,000, 100,000, like 500,000 people watching a stream is just so fluffed. Those numbers are so fluffed. I'm just so and I look at other different industries. I look at the real estate industry now because I had some exposure to it, commercial real estate and residential real estate. So I know a little bit about that game now, and it's interesting. I mean, I've been watching Ryan Serhart. I bought his book recently, his audiobook, and I've been listening to his audiobook. And the story's the same. It's it's finding the right people to be a part of your team. It's finding the right opportunity, getting it at a great price, and taking advantage of that. Having instead of going through a lot of middlemen, um, instead of doing a one-on-one deal. And I hope that that's sort of like the where we can get to with the Esports Business Network is that contractors can go onto the platform and list their services, list their products, and there be sort of a one stop shop for contractors and potential investors, employers, to be able to kind of source talent and educational resources. I don't necessarily really think that I don't think that me being a little old guy, little old guy or little young guy or whatever you want to call me, then whatever. I don't really care. You can't scrutinize me more than I scrutinize myself. Um, there's a lot of big agencies out there, and shout out to Loaded, shout out to Adders, shout out to Nerd Fusion, shout out to all those guys out there, man. I'm learning. I'm looking at them and saying like, whoa, what a great. They're doing great. I really appreciate what they're doing, and I appreciate that they kind of I mean, some of the stuff they do is super secretive, and I hate secrets. I hate inside secrets, and I hate outside secrets, and I hate underneath and above secrets. Any side of secret, I want it to be as public as possible. I want to share with everyone the knowledge and the skills and tactics that I learn as I progress, and some of it will come at a cost, some of it will, but it's very. I want it to be very clear what you're paying for. Um, I want it to be bullet point, boom, boom, boom. This is what you're paying for. This is what you can expect to get. And being a contributing member to this being a contributing member to our movement of what we're doing with Esports Business Network and the people who've gotten involved. Um, I hope that, your abilities, your communication abilities are much like mine, that you can jump on a webinar or jump on a podcast and talk about how you're bringing value to the table. And it doesn't have to be monetary. How are you bringing value to the table? Are you just another body, or are you someone who can act and move their hands and get things done? Or are you able to communicate? Are you able to talk about the industry? Are you able to get shit done? You got the GSD, and I'd love to play some music as we're doing this, but unfortunately, you know how it is. They're going to pull us down if we do music, and I don't want to be pulled down. I don't want to be taken off of the live stream, so I got to do it in silence. But maybe I could throw something on. Let's see. Oh, unfortunately, when you play music that has... Actually, we'll skip the first song, because we'll just play this. We'll play this in the background. We'll see if it, I don't know if this is going to affect us or not, but maybe I'll just play it a little bit less loud. Something like that. And I hope that nothing plays that isn't royalty free, but we're playing some royalty free music in the background now just to have something going on in addition. But I got all these tabs open. I don't know if you're like me and what your workflow is like, but I'm bouncing around all over the place. I'm like, okay, how are we doing over here on Facebook? I know I got a message that I got to reply to from a potential contractor, collaborator. I gotta shoot him over this. Alright. I would like for you to apply for a position. Here is the link. And I gotta grab my link for my jobs. Let's see. How do you send the link? View the job post. How do I view posting? And here we go. Copy the link and come back over to Facebook. Here is the link. So, we're making things work. We're working. We're trying to make it work. Our website, it's not yet launched, but right now we have our homepage being developed. We have a top billing. If you're a company that wants to work with us, go to partnership.ebn.gg. HTTP partnership.ebn.gg and send in an application for a collaborative partnership. This is not a monetary partnership. I've expressed this in on the Discord, which means I need to grab this and I need to edit a little bit more on this. I need to go back to questions. So I'm gonna paste this in here just a little bit more. Okay, I'm just gonna read this out for the partnership. Esports Business Network Partnership. Esports Business Network is a subsidiary of CyberCity Media. EBN is an active online and offline esports newsletter that collates curated content and independently produces original content for a demographic of business-minded entrepreneurs in esports and gaming industry. Esports Business Network's mission is to bring together industry professionals, events, and sponsors to focus on providing educational resources to entry-level candidates for esports positions and help them develop skills for long-lasting careers in the industry. The EBN community has been growing steadily over the past few months. Now we are looking to pivot into our own website where we host all original content. The news aspect is important, but we think that even more important than headlines is training other people how to make it into the industry. We're in the process of launching our alpha website in about 2 to 3 months. It's currently in pre-alpha and it is truly in its infancy. That being said, we are going to launch the alpha website and it is going to serve as a tool for entry-level candidates for positions in esports, the training courses and resources to develop and skills and tactics to be successful in the industry. I think I need to put a comma here. Okay. We're sending this message to, we're sending out, okay, well, this is what I wrote in Discord. We're sending this message to our Discord server members because we see this community as the foundation to the success of our brand. We want to offer our Discord server members the first chance opportunity to be a partner with us in the launch of our alpha website. We invite you to fill out this partnership inquiry and we will get back to you as soon as possible, I should say. Get back to you as soon as possible. We'd like to hear from you about what would be a successful partnership and how we can serve you best in a partnership. This is not a sponsorship opportunity. We are not in fundraising phase. In the fundraising phase. Currently. We are not in the fundraising phase. We are currently not in the fundraising phase. We are currently not in the fundraising phase. We are looking for brands that are interested in partnering and obtaining early access to our services, tools, and events. Esports Business Network is looking for influencers, teams, and brands that will be interested in partnering with us for the launch of our alpha website. We are looking for endemic brands that are passionate about esports and could use a great partner for collaboration. We are developing a learning management system that will enable candidates for entry-level positions in esports to develop skills and tactics to be successful. We'd love to hear your feedback and I don't want to say this anymore. We'd love to hear your feedback about the value. I would say feedback. Feedback. We'd love to hear your. We would love to hear feedback about the value and how we can prosper in the partnership, baby. Yeah. So all we ask for is your email address, your company logo, your company name, the company description, if you're interested in a partnership, and what value, what non-monetary value do you expect in a partnership? And there we go. Boom. So now that has been fixed. So now, if you are interested in the partnership, once again, reach out. Reach out to http://partnerships.ebn.gg. I am not going to play the game on this. So if you discover this, by whatever means you've discovered this, you have discovered this. Dude, I'm really disappointed in the numbers on the LinkedIn group, to be honest. I really think that there should be so much more engagement, traction, community conversation within the LinkedIn group. I always forget, though, that we're just a baby. I'm just kidding. Blah, 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 blah. A little bit more blah, blah, blah. And I should probably put this right here. Say, EBN portfolio. http://link.e/esports business network. Boom. So now, there we go. Probably send out I just love the way that this is all just going on and 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 on. We'll see. We'll see if this works, man. I have no idea. I see a lot of really, 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 really good stuff going on, but okay. So hold on. So our video is also being made. That is going to be the introduction video to Esports Business Network, more or less. I mean, hopefully it gets better. Anyway, I think this is what the video editor said. He says he thinks that I've got two solid material pieces, which is the voiceovers, both a male and a female, and he can fix all. So that's amazing. Awesome. I was worried that was going to be a problem. Okay. Okay. Also, I'm also looking for a job. I'm so entrepreneurial that I'm also looking for a job. So, if you're offering a job, please hire me. I guess it's kind of also a joke, but because what am I supposed to do, man? The world is just kind of just so tough right now for everyone. And I said that kind of with a positive, uplifting kind of for everyone. You know, it's tough for everyone, man. It's supposed to be optimistic. That spin the negativity to be a positive. It's funny. I'm just ready for something to sound like that's going to be a good deal. Awesome. Speak with you tomorrow. All right, so that's closed. That's closed loop for till tomorrow, and then let's see, close that loop. All right, guys, look. Come on, man. The LinkedIn page was growing like crazy. We had over almost 1,000% growth over the course of the June. Come on now, guys. Let's step it up. Let's do something. Let's do much better than this. Come on. I think we're better than this. I think we're much better than this. Let's get the numbers back up. Let's get to the next level, man. I don't like the fact that, you know, starting June 6th, we went up by 14. Then we had 100 growth. Man, we need a little bit more engagement. We need some more followers. Come on. Let's get it going. If you're on LinkedIn, you're doing business, if you're entrepreneurial, you're a contractor, you want to do some work, come on, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I don't even know how to make it happen. Let's make it happen. Who do I not have on this list? I need to send a link or something. I don't know. All right, so need to copy this link, and I need to send it to this gentleman. Let me see, where is this gentleman at? Feel free to request access and I'll approve it. Alright, so I probably need to copy and paste all this. Get rid of this part. So much stuff going on. No new members on the Discord. I mean, outside of some people that I know we're gonna join. Facebook is just so slow, man. So Facebook is so slow. Let me look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Looking at the numbers, we're at 449. The Facebook group, that's bad. It's really bad. Facebook group should have been more than the LinkedIn page. This is ridiculous. Like, I can't believe it. Like, people want to be told more than they want to be. People are acting. I don't know if this is the case. Now, the numbers show this, but I don't know if it's the reality. Maybe I'm just not reaching the right demographic. That people don't want to contribute. They want to be told what to do. Because on a LinkedIn page, you can't engage. Outside of commenting, you can't engage and post your own content. There's no form of community. So unless you're on the LinkedIn group, the Facebook group, or the Discord, that you're not getting to engage. Like, guys, come on, like, get involved. Like, I don't care where you got a business, man. You got a business. You're trying to create a market for it. Get involved. Communicate. Like, this is the place to get the conversation rolling. Like, and I'm not gonna be the guy to muzzle your business. Like, come on, it's a marketplace. It's a positive marketplace. Hold on now. Hold on now. You don't even have to request access. Let's see this real quick. Wait, what the fuck? What? What is this, a 24-hour stream? Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Being offended is a choice and you should be chosen wisely. Learn the art of mastering your emotional state. Alright, y'all. This is coming to a close. Follow me on all the things. Trent Knox TV. If you find a guy who's into fitness, then you should you'll find out about it. Take it easy.